Welcome to today's market report. European stock markets edged higher on Thursday as investors focused on corporate earnings, with the likes of banking giants Credit Suisse and Barclays reporting. DAX traded 0.3% higher, CAC 40 traded 0.2% higher, FTSE 100 dropped 0.1%. European markets have rallied strongly of late, helped by the belief that the rollout of COVID-19 vaccines will lead to a sharp increase in economic growth and also by a strong earnings season. At the end of last week, Morgan Stanley calculated that 60% of European companies have beaten EPS estimates, while 18% have missed so far. This is a very strong outcome and puts fourth quarter 2020 on track to deliver the broadest beat on data back to 2007. The US investment bank said in a research note that banks have been a key source of net beats, with 80% of the sector beating so far. The sector received less shareholder support on Thursday, with Credit Suisse stock falling 0.5% after the Swiss bank recorded a 353 million Swiss franc net loss for the fourth quarter, weighed down by provisions for a legal dispute over property debt in United States. Barclays stock fell 1.5% as the UK bank reported a halving of its annual profit. That said, it still resumed dividend payouts after a year-long hiatus due to the pandemic, while also announcing a share buyback of up to £700 million. Airbus stock fell 3.2% after the European plane maker posted a full-year loss for 2020 and withheld a dividend. Orange stock slumped 5% after France's biggest telecoms group reported a drop in core operating profit in the fourth quarter. Thyssenkrupp stock climbed 0.9% after ending talks with Liberty Steel about potentially selling its steel division and saying it will try to make the business sustainable on its own. Daimler stock rose 2.2% after the car manufacturer said it expects significant improvements in sales and operating profit in 2021, making up for lost production caused by a semiconductor chip shortage by the end of the year. US weekly initial jobless claims are expected to be around 765,000, which would be down from the 793,000 reported the previous week, while housing starts for January are forecast to be 1.66 million, slightly lower than the previous month. Oil prices extended recent gains on Thursday as the Arctic blast hitting Texas and other oil-producing states continued to hamper production. Crude futures traded 0.6% higher at $61.52 per barrel. Brent rose 0.8% to $64.85 per barrel. Gold futures rose 0.7% at $1,785.75 per ounce. On the FX front, the GBP-USD pair rallied around 70 pips from the early European session lows near the 138.40 region and refreshed daily tops in the last hour. Bulls are now looking to build on the momentum further beyond 139 round figure mark. From a technical perspective, this week's pullback from the 34-month top around mid-139 dragged the GBP-USD pair below a near 2-week-old ascending trendline support on Wednesday. The corrective slide, however, stalled on Thursday, and the pair managed to attract some dip buying near 200-hour SMA. The mentioned support is currently pegged near the 138.35 to 138.30 region, which should now act as a key pivotal point for traders and help determine the pair's near-term trajectory. According to FX analysts, the GBP-USD pair might then turn vulnerable to break below the 138 mark. Any subsequent slide might still be seen as a buying opportunity and remain limited near the 137.60 to 137.55 region. UK COVID-19 statistics continue falling sharply, raising expectations for a rapid reopening of the economy. Pressures are mounting on Prime Minister Boris Johnson to enable the economy to pick up. Also, as Britain's vaccination campaign is nearing a quarter of the population, the highest percentage in large countries. Eurodollar rebounded from spikes below 120, but persistent lockdowns and likely official jaw warning should keep the world's most popular currency pair contained within its recent range. The US dollar edged lower with riskier currencies more in favor after the minutes from the Fed meetings. The dollar index was down 0.1% at 90.903. Dollar yen was down 0.1% at 105.81. This is today's market news. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.